is an Ask Me Anything session. So if you have a question, in fact, I need to get this up on this other screen so I can see your questions here. Let me do a refresh really quick here and let people, I normally don't wait to just get started, but there we go. So I just want to make sure that, let's see if I can share this. And is it letting me? No, it is not letting me. Want to share this and let people know that I am live right now. And share. Whoa, it's weird starting watch parties and stuff. So let's see, share. There we go. Join me live. All right. Okay, great. Because I know a lot of people are home. Interestingly enough, I had to go out today. I haven't left the house in, gosh, it's been several days that I haven't left. And so I think the rest of the world is just going to be like quiet and there's nothing going on. And I had to go because I had to make a deposit at the bank, which I knew my bank was closed. I had to go to a farther bank, and holy crap, I can't believe how many people are out and about. It is like just a normal day. I would never know that there was anything closed down here. I mean, I know that the bars and restaurants are closed, but kind of crazy times we're living in right now. But I don't know. Maybe some people are more social distancing than other people. It's hard to say. And we do live in a small town, but is what it is, I guess. I know that there are a lot of people out there who aren't working right now and have a little bit extra time on their hands. So if you happen to have extra time on your hands and you're catching me live, then if you have that extra time, we all have those projects that we think, hey, I would do that if I just had enough time. If I just had enough time, there's just not enough hours in the day. And that's why I decided this week that I would do some free training talking about Facebook and Facebook marketing, especially for race teams. And, maybe you're a promoter, if you're a track promoter or you're a series promoter. I mean, anybody, honestly, if you have a business and you want some help with this stuff, I mean, just drop in a question. I am here to help. It's the one thing that I can bring. I am not a doctor. I'm not involved in medical stuff, so I can't help people that way. But what I can do is I can share my marketing expertise and get that out to the world and help help as many people as are willing to be helped, really, with that. So this is a day 5 of my 5 days of free training, just doing little things. On Monday, we did where we just created a Facebook page. So if you're wondering how to create a Facebook page in the first place, we did that on Monday. On Tuesday, I did a demonstration with Canva to create a cover photo. Wednesday, we looked at the description, like changing the description of our Facebook pages in order to get better reach. Yesterday, we looked at the different settings and how that is going to change, or how you can modify those to have, the fullest amount of control over your Facebook page. And today I thought we'd sweep up by talking about any of the questions that people have. And I've got a couple of great ones here, and I'll keep an eye on some of these other questions as well. But one question comes from Mikey, and he says, in the case of sponsorship, well, in fact, I can even share, let me see here, share a screen here. Do that. I did this on purpose so that I could, it's because I will tell you, it's a lot easier to, it's a lot easier just to go live on Facebook than it is to use another software like what I'm doing right now. But anyway, is what it is. So here we go. So here's Mikey's question. Let me see if I can make that bigger. Maybe make myself smaller. Yeah, there we go. He says, in the case of sponsorship, let's say me, like Crate Insider, sponsor me and sell a specific part, but I also get sponsored by another company that sells the exact same product. How can I do reviews on these products or support them without upsetting the other sponsor? And he says, I hope that's understanding. That is a great question. I'm going to go ahead and hide this, but I run into it all the time because as Crate Insider, I sell multiple, different companies. I represent over 70 different companies on my website. And when they sell the same types of products, maybe I think header manufacturers comes to mind, or oil companies, where I sell multiples of the same things. I think the key is what is best for a particular application is what works best for me. And also like with Crate Insider being in to really address Mikey's question, Crate Insider sells lots of different products. So if you want to put me up against, like Speedway Motors or Performance Bodies, I guess we sort of would be competitors, but maybe you can focus on one thing that each company carries. If they really are so incredibly similar, so let's say like Pepsi and Coca-Cola, honestly, you can't be sponsored by Pepsi and Coke because they are direct head-to-head competitors. You just can't do that. So that's where you have to make the choices on what you're going to go with. But and it's a delicate balance. Crate Insider, though, sells lots of different things. So let's say you get air filter company that is somebody that even if I carry them or I don't, then you can go ahead and talk about that air filter company. But you wouldn't have two different header manufacturers on your particular race car. That's just not going to happen because you can't run both at the same time. That would be an example. I hope that's helpful. But just strike the balance and find out what is best for one particular application for what you're doing. Even if I offer, let's say like I offer the air filters, just because I offer those and you want to go with the competitors, that's fine. That's nothing against me. That you can have both of those coexisting in the same space. So that's not a problem at all. Another question we have, let's go and bring that one up here, show that in the stream. Next question is, what do you think about running ads on your Facebook pages for small businesses with a contract for a year, giving them 3 to 4 months free to recover from this coronavirus so they can get more exposure? I think it would help the small guys recover faster. And what's your opinion on this? And this is not limited to Facebook, just using as an example. All right, let's talk about advertising. Let's talk about advertising because what is sponsorship? Sponsorship is advertising. That's all it ever really is. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to make that. I don't know how I go away. There we go. Okay. Sponsorship is advertising. And one of the reasons why I'm always encouraging anybody that I talk with about increasing your reach on your Facebook pages and getting more people to like your page and showing up. One of the biggest reasons is because when you have a larger audience, you have more value to a potential sponsor. I mean, think about it this way. If I'm in a room with 10 people and I can tell them about a product versus if I'm in a room with 1,000 people, you run a company and you have a chance to talk with to sponsor or advertise with somebody that has 10 people or somebody that has 1,000 people. Which one are you going to go with? So that makes you much more competitive in the market. And what do I think about advertising on using your Facebook page to advertise for others? Abso-freaking-lutely. Yes. And, and here's a way that you can look at it as your Facebook page grows. And I talk about pages, not your personal profiles. The reason why is because you can't do any Facebook advertising on your personal profile. All Facebook advertising is going to happen on a Facebook page. That's where you have ads manager and you're able to spend advertising dollars on there. I certainly get approached by companies who see my reach over, especially on Crate Insider, where I've got reach of, 20,000 and some with my advertisers that advertise with me on the website. Yes, having exposure on my website or not only just on my website, but also leveraging that with my Facebook page is definitely a win-win situation. So that's something that we can certainly do. And if you guys want me to teach a little bit about ads can be super, super complicated, but there's some really easy ways to get started as well. And that's why I recommend videos. I recommend showing up. There's all of these little micro things to do. The number one thing is literally for social media. If you want to be successful on social media, number one is just show up. That's it. And then your reach starts expanding. If we can learn anything from the coronavirus, it's to learn about going viral. That one person, it tells 2 other people, and those 2 tell another 2 people. And we have this exponential growth. And that can happen with our Facebook pages when we share the different things. Let's see. Justin says, how do you feel about the esports racing popularity growing? I think it's definitely something we need to all look at and look at the fact that number one, I love the fact that they've adapted to the market because we can't race in person right now. And so I think that the growing popularity, it just shows that there's an opportunity there. Now, whether that's still going to hold out when we're able to see live deals, this is an opportunity for the esports to really get their foothold, because I mean, it's amazing to me that the app games, it is really, I'm confessing here for a moment, but I get addicted to one app game after another, and I've always been a gamer. So, oh, I'm such a super nerd. And now I always say I play these stupid app games, and it amazes me that there's all these major tournaments that happen with these app games. And we haven't seen it so much in the esports. I mean, you've started seeing it a little bit with the iRacing, and then now it's just gotten so much bigger, which is just amazing to me. I think we really need to look at what's going on over there, and I think there's a lot of opportunity for advertisers. It's all about where are people's eyeballs? What are people looking at? And if the people that are looking at whatever it is, whether it's esports or it's real life sports, if that's where their attention is focused, that's where the opportunity is to advertise. So coming from a business side, there's an opportunity there. But there again, who am I going to align with? Am I going to align with the guy who started 5 minutes ago and has 10 followers? Or am I going to align with somebody who has, 20,000? That's why in advertising and sponsorship that it's really kind of a rich get richer scenario. But we can use all of these free tools to become and build this audience and be bigger and bigger and bigger. So I think it'll be interesting to see once things are opened up and we can be, in person once again. But the amazing surge, I think, I thought it was brilliant that NASCAR did the iRacing thing. I thought that was absolutely brilliant on their part. Let's see. So Brandon says, not a question, but a shout out to you. I personally cannot thank you enough for all the help over the years, the things you've taught me. You're a great lady and always fun to talk to. Brandon, thank you so much. Thank you. That is so kind of you to say. I really appreciate it. And Brandon has really come a long ways. I helped him get his e-commerce store started. If you guys have e-commerce questions, I mean, any of these things that I do, I am more than happy to share this knowledge. I don't keep a lot of secrets here. I just don't. I learn it and I share it, and that's what I do there. Let's see. I'm going to see if there's any other questions over here. But I just wanted to be able to be here as a resource and help out. And then next week, I know a lot of times the biggest question is, what do I even say on social media? How do I show up? And so I want to help you out with that. And that's why we're doing the Facebook challenge starting on Monday. And with that Facebook challenge, I'll help you out with some captions and give you some caption suggestions, or, kind of write one out that you can customize for your own race team. And then we can also work together. So within the Winning Motorsports Marketing group, then I'll put up a post that says, hey, drop in your link today, and then we'll be able to comment on each other's and get that, because there's, with a lot of people home, it means that there's a lot of noise in the market as well right now. And it's, we're always going to have a little bit of that. But now if we can be here to support each other and to be work together and all of that, that's the type of attitude that I want to encourage, is just this helpfulness and to help each other out. Because if there's one thing I know from racing, is that we are a racing family, and when anyone needs, really has a hardship, we're all here to stand together with them. And that's something that I absolutely love about racing. And that's why I felt like I needed to step up right now and share some of this. And hey, if you've been waiting, anybody who's been waiting to get started with marketing the race team, if you're not going to use this as an opportunity, I don't know what you ever would do. If this isn't the right time now, I don't know when it will ever be the right time, but there's no better time than now. Well, the best time was, 10 years ago, but the second best time is right now. So I want to help you out with that. Let's see if there's any other questions. I don't see any other questions. I'm just trying to keep these short and sweet, but even if you want to, shoot me a question through any of my pages or emails or whatever, shoot them over and I will, either get back to you or maybe if I need to do another video or whatever. But that's about all I have today, just keeping it short. And I want to thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. Feel free to share with people about the challenge that's happening. You can find it at katedillon.com/challenge. You'll just put in your first name and your email address, and then I will be following up. You'll get an email from me on Sunday with a little preview of what's happening with the week. And then each day, so Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we're just doing a 3-day challenge, something really simple. And that way it'll, help get the ball rolling, and we'll have some positivity going on out there in the racing world. All right. So thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you again really, really soon. And I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Talk to you soon.